Hello everyone, Hobbyist here. We are back at it again with another manga review. If you haven't yet already, make sure to hit that subscribe button, that bell notification icon, and to like and share the video as well. Because I'm going to be posting some sorts of anime content or manga content, depending on certain periods that I'm going to be in. And if you're looking for something different, I want you guys to be aware of that. So, I've already covered Steel Ball Run, and at the current moment, I'm in the middle of Volume 14 of JoJolion, which is about the halfway point of the entirety of Part 8. And I gotta be honest, there are elements of JoJolion that are cool. Like, of course, stand designs are always something that Araki reinvents, and I just feel that with JoJolion, its art style is a lot more refined. And that's just something that I've noticed over the years when it comes to Araki and the way that the manga as a whole has evolved from looking at the panels of what Phantom Blood looked like, going all the way into Stardust Crusaders, going all the way into Golden Wind, and so on and so forth. And then we get to JoJolion, and it's kind of just this delicate art style that's still, of course, Araki trademark with a little bit of different proportioning and stuff like that. But let me more so focus on the actual story of JoJolion. There are elements that I do like. The identity crisis is something that is very new with Jousuke Higashikata, which is very different from the Jousuke old continuity, because it's him trying to find out his identity, and now our current mission is to be able to obtain this fruit that is going to provide all the information that is needed for Jousuke. And there is these enemies that are known as rock people, which kind of just seems like a softer version of the Pillarmen, which in a sort of way is kind of an homage to Battle Tendency, just by going with they're literally called rock people versus the Pillarmen. But for me, honestly, as of right now, of course, things are subject to change. I've still got 55 more chapters to go, but a lot of JoJolion's pacing and the way that it interacts as a story reminds me a lot of the reasons that I wasn't too big of a fan of Diamond is Unbreakable, because it's not so much that there's a character problem, because there's not. I think how it ties in a new family tree of sorts, with tying the Yoshikage family with Kira, who plays a main role in this. The Higashikata household has a very different outlook. In fact, I'm pretty sure all of the Higashikata family members, due to finding Jousuke, or whom they claimed to be Jousuke, found the wall eyes, which is very different from the Holy Corpse in the other ways that stands were introduced, and is a very different take on Morioh, which is something that I give all the credit to. But because it's taken place in Morioh, it runs very similarly to Diamond is Unbreakable. And the fact that I feel that this story is just kind of just dragging and dragging and dragging, and we haven't seen a main villain in sight yet. Because at least with Kira and with the stand user of Red Hot Chili Pepper, those were at least teased in some sorts, where Kira was teased and we got to know that this was the end goal. I mean, of course, it could be just to change up the formula of JoJolion, to break it up and to make it very different from the race that was Steel Ball Run and Funny Valentine and all of that. But I'm just having a problem of who is our direct obstacle in Josuke's quest to discover his identity, and more importantly, to be able to recover that fruit. And why is it important so much to Jousuke? Like with Stardust Crusaders, it was everything about Dio, and how Dio was the reason that Holly Joestar was having problems with controlling her stand and all of that. So there was even though that series dragged, as far as like you have the majority of Stardust Crusaders, and then you go on to the Egyptian arc of Stardust Crusaders where you face the Egyptian gods, and then we get to Dio and Vanilla Ice. I just feel that this one is dragging on and isn't as best paced, if that makes any sense. I'm still slightly confused, only because, not just saying that it's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, that there's going to be confusion from that. But there's a lot of times in comparison to Steel Ball Run or any of the parts of the past where I just feel kind of lulled and burned out, if that sounds crazy at all. But I don't know. Let me know, guys. What do you guys think as far as JoJolion? Should I keep going? Is there things that are going to make it better as I keep on reading? Will the pacing sort of change and switch up? Let me know down in the comments below, because even though I'm having all of these troubles, I'm still going to keep reading just because I'm a JoJo fan. And I definitely want to get ready for whenever Araki decides to publish JoJolands, which will be, of course, part 9 of the series. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.